Hello everyone. Welcome to our session. Today's session is on value assessment and why they're vital to the success of your digital transformation. I would welcome any suggestions on how to make the title of this session a little bit snappier, if you can think of any. So my name's Matt Shearsby, and as you can see, I've got quite a long career in achieving digital transformation supported by Microsoft Dynamics. You can also see my two kids, Luke and Ellen, and our favourite place, Swanage, just to prove that we are actually humans after all. My current role at Incyper sees me leading our ERP delivery. I work with our customers and our teams to deliver exceptional user and customer experience. I've been with Incyper for just over 2 years now, and in that time we've seen huge growth. It's driven largely by our passion for both excellence and transformation. A little bit about Incyper. We're a specialist Microsoft partner focusing on both ERP and CRM and supporting us with the technology platform services team for Azure and data and analytics. So why are we here? Well, don't panic. It's not an existential question. In today's session, we're going to talk about value assessments. We'll try and help you understand why you should or perhaps should not undertake what is likely a costly and difficult transformation. More importantly, you'll understand how they will help you define what value you can expect or indeed need to get out of your transformation once complete. I'll start by talking about the difference between implementation and transformation. It is an important difference in mindset, and it has an impact on how you consider value. We'll walk through the stages required to develop your business case for digital transformation, and we'll touch briefly on the outputs that you will need, why these are important, and the effort that it will take to produce them. We'll touch briefly on the outputs, but also the value those achievements are going to deliver to your organisation when you're done as well. Time permitting, there will be Q&A at the end, and hopefully what we're going to talk about today will pique your interest enough to brave a few questions. When you begin any software initiative, you should ask yourself this simple question. Is it a relatively simple software implementation, or is there a need for a broader digital transformation? Now, it might sound like a simple difference in language for the same thing, but it does actually have significant implications. It will affect the way the initiative is planned, how decisions are made, and what the focus of the project will be as well. Indeed, it will affect how you will be judged successful or not at the end of the process. Every stakeholder needs to determine the best way to tackle your initiative. But first, it's important to understand the difference between software implementation and digital transformation. So, to automate or to disrupt. Software implementation often focuses on automation of inefficient processes. At best, this means a new system implementation may provide incremental enhancements to existing business processes. Digital transformation, though, targets a material disruption and improvement to your current business processes. A digital transformation initiative will find ways to leverage technological or process innovation to provide better products and services, perhaps also enhancing data management and back office function at the same time. Software implementation is about greater efficiency without changing your business model. Digital transformation focuses on changing the business model and enabling better business processes. So, to increment or to re-engineer. Software implementations focus on improvements to... Oh, cut, sorry. Sorry. Software implementations focus on improvements to existing business processes. They try to find a more efficient... No, I've already done that. pardon me. Digital transformations enable you to take giant leaps, improvements to business models. For example, a software implementation may provide improvements to data and functions, enabling to get your products more efficiently to your existing customers. A transformation, though, can materially change what products you deliver and how they are delivered to a new type of customers. Perhaps in new countries or by new methods, such as services delivered through augmented reality. Business process re-engineering is only truly enabled by digital transformation. So training or acceptance. Software implementations typically address organisational change management as a means of training employees on new systems. By contrast, digital transformations focus on gaining broad employee acceptance of those solutions. This is often through a comprehensive organisational change and transition plan. Software system initiatives are notorious for making virtually no investment in organisational change. This is a key driver to high failure rates. Successful digital transformations invest heavily in the people side of that equation. They make sure your workforce understands, accepts, and is ready for the oncoming change. Good enough or best? There's often a feeling that you need a single software solution to automate your entire business operations. But technology can't be everything to everyone. A single software solution may not be the best answer for many. Forward-thinking organisations are leveraging better technology to improve their businesses by exploring all options available to them. Modern technologies are flexible and they're easy to integrate, as these guys showed earlier, in fact. You don't need to back yourself into the corner of one single solution for all, as you may have in the past. An example of the many software solutions that are available from Microsoft can be seen in the extracts from the Dynamics ecosystem on the screen, and there are an awful lot of solutions in that ecosystem. But we've always done it that way. Any consultants in the room, I'm sure we've heard this many times before. Grace Hopper was a United States Rear Admiral, and she was a pioneer of early programming. She was key to the development of the first programming languages that used English language as a structure. And when considering the case for transformation, I believe it is vital that these phrases are never used. So many transformations have failed because the journey is embarked upon, and those involved follow directly in the footsteps of those that have gone before. Adapting solutions to do just what the outgoing solution did, just because it's how it was always done, with no understanding, is a route to a costly failure. Embrace change and accept things that are different. Grace Hopper was a very wise lady who has a missile destroyer named after her, so I think we should probably follow her advice. So why do digital transformations fail to realise business value? Now, understanding all aspects of a business case for software change is really important. Understanding how desirable and valuable they are, though, is truly critical. Return on investment, or ROI, from initiatives that consider desirability and value through digital transformation, as opposed to just viability and feasibility of software implementation alone, is considerably higher. So why is this? Now, the first and perhaps most obvious point is that typically when taking a software implementation approach, business value is barely considered. We must implement this software as our old software no longer works and is no longer supported. With digital transformation, though, consideration is given to the actual challenges that need to be addressed. You consider how processes can be changed to achieve greater efficiency. We are going to change our business processes to resolve business challenges and become more efficient. Secondly, software implementations are often rigid in sticking to a set of predefined software requirements. This is driven by what you are used to doing and forces adaptation of software. It delivers the same challenges to your shiny new solution. But we've always done it that way. With digital transformation, you are always considering business value. So instead of rigidly following a list of software requirements, you adapt your business processes to achieve that value. This isn't to say that you must always adapt business process. It's saying the value of not changing must be assessed. Thirdly, and perhaps most fundamentally, is that a software implementation is typically led by a technically focused team. This can lead to adaptation and customization without consideration of long-term business value. A digital transformation, though, is led by the business. So there's always a focus on resolving the business challenges and meeting the business value objectives. Adaptation and customization will only be put in place if they directly drive that business value. Now, this isn't to say that business value can't be achieved from a software implementation. There is an obvious benefit to moving to a scalable, supported, and modern solution. It's simply stating that the same benefit is achieved through digital transformation. However, there is also greater value that can be achieved and measured through the focus of the business value outcomes. So what's in an idea? Well, Catalyst is a customer engagement journey, and it's aimed at helping organisations build a business case and value assessment for their digital transformation, and achieving that through a series of pre-curated phases. I'll just bring the A up, sorry. There we go. It focuses on your vision and development of your digital transformation strategy. So let's take a quick walk through all of the phases. Inspire is the first phase of the Catalyst framework. It's about imagining the potential future states of your business. It focuses on vision and that strategy, and you'll imagine that future state of your business through the envisioning workshops. How will it look once your transformation is complete? It allows us to collectively quickly assess opportunities and accelerate initiatives for business impacts. We do this with business decision makers and affected personnel, along with other key stakeholders. And within the workshop, you're going to capture and understand your current business challenges, produce a comprehensive list of ideas, and prioritise those ideas to formulate an actionable digital transformation opportunity. We'll also co-define and co-design potential solutions that can later be prototyped and tested as part of the solution assessments. This design thinking approach allows us to bring multiple perspectives together. We can focus on disruption, so it allows you to think about those potential giant leaps towards greater value. It contrasts starkly with the traditional workshop that generally centre around a specific scenario or specific software solutions. Instead, we focus on a consultative pains, needs and desire methods, driving potential for re-engineering of business processes to meet those needs and desires. With a recent client, we were able to identify strategic priorities based on their current challenges. These were limiting their ability to deliver quality service to the clients and therefore limiting their growth. Design is the second phase of the Catalyst framework. It aims to discover what is possible by aligning technology investments to your business goals. It allows us to build a compelling case for change by discussing both business, and the technological impacts. During the phase, we will work together to quantify the potential financial benefits, such as revenue growth, cost savings, or employee efficiencies. It allows us to estimate the return on investments. The design phase involves 2 initiatives that help generate a specific plan for change. Pardon me. The first is the business value assessment. This connects the business outcomes that you want to achieve for your organisation with the proposed capabilities of any solution you may choose. Components of the roadmap include analysis of your digital transformation, a timeline, and an initial budgetary estimate. Using all of these inputs, we produce a projection of the potential value of implemented scenarios over the periods of time. The connection helps you to financially quantify the business value of the proposed implementation. Its aim is to develop a common understanding of project goals and most significant key performance indicators, and to build a framework for that initial business case, ultimately describing the value and quantifying its potential impacts. The second part of the design phase is the solution assessments. It brings stakeholders together to review business objectives, current business processes, and current technology. We summarise how you're going to achieve your digital transformation goals with a solution roadmap. This is the point at which we actually start to consider potential specific solutions that will best fit your objectives. It has 3 stages. We begin with preparation, gathering the insight from the previous inputs and through collation of a pre-workshop questionnaire. During execution, we'll review the current state of your business processes and technology, and using these, we'll define a potential future state, using both new technology and new processes. Lastly, we're going to leverage the future state vision to complete the output documents. We present our finding back to you and your stakeholders for validation. With the same clients, we're actually able to estimate the cost of the business of delivering the transformation to the future state. We also estimated the value they could achieve through efficiency savings by transitioning to these more efficient processes. This highlighted that they can actually recoup the cost of the transformation programme in a relatively short time. The third stage is empower. This is where we've created our vision and plan, and they are imperative for the success of the digital transformation. Many organisations, though, have many voices demanding to be heard and many stakeholders needed for buy-in. This phase generates the solution demonstration, one that can easily be shared with your decision makers. They allow you to promote the visibility, alignment, and most importantly, the enthusiasm of your proposed digital transformation. They bring your vision to life, showcasing both the vision and the value it's going to offer. It's not a generic software demonstration, but a personalised scenario-based demonstration and all of the supporting resources. It highlights the capabilities of specific best products to deliver best possible processes. The demonstrations allow you to showcase your new business processes and what they will do to deliver your potential value. Sharing your vision in this way allows you to build real excitement and enthusiasm for the project. It helps ensure key influencers and decision makers are all aligned. It also helps them to understand the value and the potential investment they're going to have to make to achieve that value. A few weeks ago, we delivered a series of solution demonstrations to a client using a sample of their data. We worked with them to show how the end-to-end order-to-cash process could be seamlessly integrated, eliminating the need for manual entry. They saw how they could reduce errors and reduce the time to action. They also saw how this would enable their sales and supply chain teams to collaborate far more effectively and ensure happy customers and on-time delivery. All of the stakeholders saw the value of the proposed solution could offer and are now working towards delivery. Achieve is the final stage of the framework. It supports the transition from vision to execution. You receive a bespoke action plan with a real-world blueprint for executing your solutions and digitally transforming your business. It's focused on creation of a deal-crafted proposal. It details how you can accomplish a positive digital transformation across your entire organisation, how you can achieve your business objectives and your business value, and how you can prepare for implementation of your transformation to drive success. It pulls together and summarises the information from the 3 previous phases. The Achieve phase also includes customer success workshops and planning to support adoption, value realisation, and your innovation roadmap. So let's have a quick look at the outputs. So the outcome of the envisioning workshop is basically a collection of new ideas and opportunities for change. It's captured in the output documents. It serves as the foundation for the remaining phases of the framework. Included in the output is a roadmap with prescriptive next actions that are designed to accelerate your digital transformation. It includes your vision statements, current challenges and potential opportunities, transformation themes, prioritisation, top initiatives, and proposed next steps. The outcome from design phase, as we've discussed already, are the business value assessment and the solution assessments. The business value assessment includes a high-level context of the project, a summary of our findings, business value summary and map, benefit summary and details of the expected investment. As the name suggests, it's expected to indicate the business value to be achieved through the digital transformation. The solution assessment includes details of timelines and workshops delivered, inputs from the envisioning and business value assessment that have been used, your as-is versus your to-be journeys, your time to value of solution, or when it's actually going to return your investment, and a budget and timeline with an estimate for delivery. These 2 collections form an assessment of both your current state and your vision for your future solution. As we talked about earlier, the outcome from Empower is primarily a high-quality, end-to-end solution demonstration and the supporting visual assets. It includes demonstration personas aligned to your business, demonstration scenarios aligned to your potential to-be solution, and execution of bespoke, live, and recorded demonstrations. Achieve sees us consolidate the findings from the previous phases into a deal-crafted proposal. It includes your digital transformation strategy, the expected benefits, the business scenarios and KPIs, and your commercial options, as there may be more than one approach to the transformation. So how long does all of this take? There are a number of activities that take place to deliver the framework and all of the activities. From end to end, the process example shown has taken 9 weeks. It does ensure sufficient preparation time and time between the workshops so the inputs can be gathered and the outputs from the previous workshops can be completed. Typically, each workshop lasts at least 4 hours. It's really important that the workshops are highly interactive, and we use a tool called Mural to do this. This allows our combined team to effectively collaborate visually and brainstorm solutions directly. It really is essential that all attendees actively participate. Now, the timings can, of course, be flexed based on your transformation priorities or indeed your availability, so it can be delivered in either a shorter or a longer period of time. Whilst not all of the phases are essential, collectively they do enable you to build a truly compelling business case. Building your business case in this structured way means you can set off on your transformation journey knowing you have a clear roadmap. You know how long it's going to take. You know how much it's likely to cost. You know when it's likely to pay you back, and you know the value you want to achieve. Now, a quick but important note, I think, on all of this wonderful activity is that, subject to approval, funding is available from both Microsoft and ourselves to deliver these framework activities. Talk to me after the session or visit us on our stand if you want to know more about that. I'm going to end with this quote. I feel it really summarises why we should undertake these value assessments. We don't just want to build a bridge. We want to build a bridge that is valuable to the people that use it. And the observant among you will notice that particular bridge was built and then wasn't really very valuable initially to the people that were trying to use it as well. We're going to have some questions next, but before I do, I just want to do the usual thanks to the sponsors. It is very nice to be out and about and meeting people in person again, and without the sponsors that wouldn't be possible. And you might notice that we are too one of the sponsors as well. So, does anyone have any questions? Come on, someone must have a question. Yes. Yes. So the question is, I'm just going to repeat it because I'm struggling to hear you. I don't know if everyone else as well. Is the question about, is the catalyst where the training is provided by Microsoft and then the team take that on board and deliver it? Yeah, exactly. So it's a catalyst idea. It's a Microsoft framework. We've adopted it extensively for use internally, and we're using it across a number of clients as well. And it has proven very successful. It does change the paradigm as to how we go about delivering. We stop thinking about a list of requirements in an RFP, and we think more instead about actually what you want to achieve out of the implementation. You know, so it's very, if you respond to RFPs, it's very easy to get bogged down into a list of requirements A, B, and C, and you have to try to align a solution with 400 of those. With this, it's more about what I actually want to be able to do is I want to increase efficiency on my organisation. I want to remove the need for manual intervention through automation. Does anyone else have any questions? So the question was, how are we quantifying the value of the project? It's a good question. I think it's a really important part of what we're doing here as well. So when we're doing this analysis of the current processes, we're identifying the challenges with those current processes. Therefore, we're estimating, and it is just an estimate, of course, you can never truly quantify it accurately, the impact those are having on the business, either in terms of, again, these guys, they showed the hours that are spent in terms of manually processing remittances or manually scanning purchase order invoices into a system, or, having to rekey data from one solution into another solution, the errors that cause, and performing an estimate of the cost impact of that, or the actual follow-on impacts, because people can't do other value-add inputs as well. And then calculating it based on that framework. Okay, if there's no further questions, I'll wrap up there then. I think we're just about on time. If you do have any further questions you'd like to speak to us, our stand is just over there, and we're ready and willing to talk. Thank you very much.